Hey guys, welcome to another puppy vlog, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing 5 crate training tips, but not just any tips. These are going to be tips that actually work, case in point. First, before we jump into the 5 hacks, crate training is not an overnight thing that you teach, but on that same token, crate training does not have to be a forever thing. Crate training is simply a tool to help keep your dog or new puppy safe. It's not a way to punish them. It's not a way to control them. And the easiest and fastest way to crate train your new dog, this is Wally, who's almost not even 10 weeks old, and look how good he's doing. The fastest way to get to this is to make your crate Disneyland to your dog. And I'm going to show you how to do that today and what to do if your puppy is crying in the crate. So for the first hack, play games with your puppy in and around the crate that will make them fall in love with being in and around their crate. For an example, you could hide treats under some little bowls or little cups and have your puppy try to get the treat. If the puppy has a hard time with that or they're still afraid to get inside the crate, do it right outside of the crate. No big deal. You can do a little bit of tug of war. You can also do a little light game of toss. This is going to create an instant positive association of the crate for your dog, and that is how dogs learn the quickest. The second hack is normalize the crate. If you'll see right now, this crate, we're in the living room at my mom's house right now. Yes, this is my mom's puppy, and yes, this is my sibling, technically, Wally. But this morning and last night, where was the crate? It was in my mom's bedroom. We moved the crate around the house a few different times throughout the day and evening and interact. This is the key. We interact with the puppy wherever the puppy is in and around the crate. The crate is not something that when he first came to my mom a couple weeks ago, yes, he was crate trained in under 2 weeks. I know, mind blown, so keep watching and I'll show you how we did it. But we didn't just wait to use the crate when the puppy was going to go to bed or when we were going to leave the house or leave the puppy alone. We have the puppy go in and around it, just like right now. I'm filming this video and I have him in the crate. I'm watching him, so I have some toys in there with him. This is how we normalize the crate. So I want you to practice crate training. Yes, I use the word practice because this is a tool. This is something the puppy has to learn to be comfortable with. I want you to practice 5 times a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, evening time, and bedtime. You should have mini 5 to 10 minute sessions at least playing games, brain games. I have a video linked up here on brain games that you can watch or link below after this video of things you can do in and around the crate. I know right now you're working on potty training in a big way. Think of crate training similar to potty training. It's something you have to work on every hour, every other hour. And if you do that, especially in those first few weeks, you will not regret it. A good pro tip is practice opening and closing the crate door without ever walking away. Opening it and closing it and having a positive association when it's closed and walking away from the crate, coming back to the crate for very, very short duration of time. This is going to help desensitize shutting the crate, because so many people I see this, they shut the crate and walk away. And that's going to create a lot of anxiety if the puppy always associates, okay, the crate is shut, I hear that click, and now now my mom or dad is going to leave me. That's scary. So if we desensitize the crate door being closed, that's going to help de-escalate any potential anxiety. Now, for the third tip, this one is a game changer and incredibly important. Actually, all these tips are, but for this one can really be a world of difference for you, and that is to use the right tools. As you can see here, I'm using a Diggs crate. I'm sure you've heard of them. If not, you're in for a great treat. Diggs did send this crate to me. They're not sponsoring this video, but they did send this crate to me. And technically they didn't really send it to me. They sent it to my mom because this is my mom's new puppy. I'm just here to help and make puppy videos because, I mean, why not? How fun is that? And as you guys know, I have fostered dozens and dozens and dozens of rescue dogs, most of which were puppies, by the way, and I had to crate train them and potty train them, which is why I'm able to do this in under a week because I've just done it so many times. But to call me a crate aficionado is not necessarily wrong. Like, I have tried all of the crates, from wire crates to cage crates to plastic crates. I've tried them all and I've never found one that I truly love. There's always been something that's been kind of missing. And so when I learned of this brand, and keyword, I learned of this, you know, a big part of what I do here is to help provide tips and hacks based on what has worked for me and hope that it helps you guys out a little bit. But I actually sought out this company because I was like, I need to find the best crate. There has to be something new. And usually once a year, I spend some time researching new dog products that I haven't been able to find the perfect one of. And when I came across Digs, my mind was blown. What really stands out to me about this crate, and yes, there will be special codes for you in the description, so you can go check that out after this video. But what really stands out to me, the number one thing, probably number one or number two thing, is the security of the build. I have had countless escape artists for rescue dogs that I brought in to foster and help find forever homes, and they just find these sneaky ways to get out. But on the inside of this crate where the locking mechanism is, there's no place for the dog to wrap their feet around, to wrap their claws around, to wrap their teeth around, or their tongue. So while I wouldn't sit here and say this crate, or really any crate honestly, is foolproof for any escape artist, I would 100% confident using this crate for a puppy like this who in the beginning may really try to get out of the crate. The second thing that I love about it in terms of its durability is the diamond wire mesh. I love that it just seems more secure. And on that note of being secure, this crate is far more sturdy than I expected. I'll be honest, when I saw it on the website, I was like, this is gonna be one of those just really pretty crates that looks nice, but doesn't really get the job done. When the package arrived at my mom's house, I remember lifting up the box and thinking, okay, this is much heavier than I expected. There must be extra packaging in there to keep it secure during transit. But when we opened it, we realized there wasn't. It took about 30 seconds to set this up. It just basically pops open. And I started feeling the plastic, feeling the top, the diamond wire mesh, and I was like, okay, this is secure. I'm impressed. Now, the next thing that I really loved about this crate is just that the breakdown and setup of this crate is super easy. I hate breaking down and setting up those traditional wire crates. My fingers get pinched, it's complicated, it's loud. I know that sounds silly, but it's just a pain and I hate doing it. And I always feel like half of it's gonna fall on my hand or a dog. So this one popped right open, clicked into place. I was wildly impressed. I also love that it just comes with everything you need. There's no need to buy additional things if you don't want to. It comes with a tray that pulls out for easy washing. It also comes with a built-in handle. So again, when you break it down, you can travel with it really easily. I love that the top of the crate opens up. That makes it for easy access and allows for easy installation of the puppy divider that comes with the crate, which has been really helpful for Wallace. You guys can see that we have the puppy divider in there. It's really helped with our potty training. If you want to see my potty training video of how we potty trained Wallace in under a week, click the video linked up here, or even better, at the end of this video, go to the description down below. I'll have video links for you right there. You guys know me. You know when I do product reviews, I only do them if it's something I've used extensively. 90% of the time or more, it's something that I sought out. I actually reached out to Digs. I was like, guys, what you're doing is amazing. I want to help bring awareness to it because I'm obsessed. But something that really stands out to me, probably the number one reason that really attracted me to this, is the crate is aesthetic AF. I mean, this is a stunning crate compared to those nasty wire ones or those big clunky plastic ones that do not break down. This crate is beautiful. And because with my crate training, I'm always talking about normalizing the crate, making it part of your household, this makes it easier to do so because it's not such an eyesore. This crate is gonna be part of your life for quite a while, especially if your dog is young. Why not have something that adds to the vibe and the aesthetic of your house? That's important to me, and I know a lot of pet parents watching this agree with that as well. Before I jump into how I address puppies that are crying in the crate and kind of what to do in that situation, I want to give you another hack to really help make this crate Disneyland. And it's really simple. Feed all of their meals in and around the crate. So it's kind of three ways to do this. There's good, better, and then best. So the good way to do this is get their dog bowl, put it in the crate, shut the door, and let them eat and hope they don't start crying. It can work for some dogs. I haven't seen that work great for all dogs. The second better way would be to take a smart feeder. So here's a good example of that. Put their food in it. I highly recommend raw fresh food feeding. If you don't know what that is, please go check the links in my description after this video. I have tons of videos there for you going over what that looks like. But what you can do is put their raw fresh food in a smart feeder and put it in the crate. Start feeding them with the door open, and then over several days, slowly over time, start closing the crate while they're eating 1 inch at a time, again, over several days. But the best thing you can do is during mealtime, You can go to the crate with your puppy's meal, walk over to the crate, and work on basic obedience in and around the crate. The reason this is the best option is working with your puppy is one of the, if not the best thing you can do for your dog. Giving them something to do, is the best way to mentally tire them out. And then if you do it during mealtime, they're gonna be hungry most likely, so they're gonna be motivated to listen. And then if you do it in the crate, they're going to associate, wow, 3 times a day, I go in this big crate looking thing and I get to play and interact with my human and I get rewarded my favorite food. Wow, this crate is pretty awesome. I'm telling you guys, that's the fastest thing. It's what we did with this little guy to get him used to it and get him to love being in and around that crate. I am often asked, what do I do if my puppy cries in the crate? Do I let them out? Do I let them cry it out? What do I do? So here is the honest and true answer. You want to do your very best to avoid that, right? And the way that you avoid that from happening, aka your puppy crying and screaming in the crate, is working right away, day 1, hour 1, getting them excited about this crate. Just bring it out, allow them to go in it on their own or at least near it, and reward. You can reward with treats, play, or praise, and anytime they approach this crate, I want you to reward them for going in and around it. So what do you do if your puppy cries in the crate? This is what we did with Wally. And then after this, I am going to show you one more tool that I forgot to mention, but really helped get Wally excited for the crate after that. So what we did is very simple. We just waited till he stopped. The second there was just a pause in his whining, we would reward and let out. Our rewards are praise most often, treats, and play. And the big thing there is dogs learn by the behavior that you allow them to do or not allow them to do. So if every time the puppy's crying, you let them out, they're more likely to cry to want to be out. But if they start getting all worked up, wah, 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 and then you let them out as soon as they calm, even if it's just for 2 seconds, they will start to learn, okay, wait, it was when I was calm that I was let out. Maybe I should try being calm for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 minutes, right? It works its way up. But really, guys, the true and honest answer to this is you need to avoid that situation as much as possible. It's not always completely unavoidable. Wally definitely had his crying sessions, but the way that we limited it and avoided it is practicing with the crate in very short durations in the beginning and did a lot of practice, like everything we talked about, all of these brain games, feeding him in the crate, practicing basic obedience in and around the crate, making the crate Disneyland. You can get a dog crate trained very quickly, not all, but many, very quickly by really spending a lot of focused energy and time around this. There are a few exceptions to the rule, at least for me. One being, we would take shifts and turns throughout the night, letting Wally out. Now, if in the middle of the night, let's say it's been a few hours and he was starting to whine, that was his cue to tell me, hey, I need to go potty. So in that situation, sometimes I was a little bit more lenient with the whining rule and letting him out, but this is how I handled that. When he would whine in the middle of the night, and this is just a little ice cube, he loves ice. When he would whine in the middle of the night, I would get up to let him out. I would give him an opportunity to sit and be calm because he learned quickly to do that because we practiced during the day. If he didn't do that, especially when he was younger, I would just calmly take him out, let him pee, and we go right back in the crate. Okay, so let's talk about tools. So the first one is Diggs did send this dog bed for the crate as well. I love it simply because the cover comes off, so it's easily washable. It's water resistant. It's very sleek. I love that it's kind of soft on the top, and the side is this really nice canvas. As you can tell, we really like gray in this house. I also dig, pun intended there. Actually not, but whatever, pun intended there. I love that it fits inside the crate. I'm not using it in the crate right now for Wally because I have the puppy divider up, but this will definitely be the bed that fits in there perfectly. I love just things that fit together. And the thing that I think is so clever, so ingenious, is their groove tool. So this is something that really helped Wally learn to love the crate. And let's say you're working from home or you're just watching some TV and you're really tired, you got home from work and you know, we're all like that. Sometimes we don't want to work with the puppy because we're human. This is a way that you could have the crate next to you. You could have the puppy in there, maybe even with the door open, and have them work on the groove tool. What you'll see here is I have put Wally's food in here. He eats a raw, fresh food diet. Like I said, there's links in the description below on what that is, and we just froze it on here. And it's so ingenious because it allows you to, what I call, Netflix and train. That's something I have fun with. I have a video linked right up here on what that is, but it's basically fun and easy ways to train your dog or your puppy while you're just watching Netflix or maybe working from home. And this is one of those tools that makes that absolutely possible, because you could have the crate door open, you could be sitting next to it again while you're working on your laptop, have the groove tool installed in the wall, and let the puppy kind of go at it. This is an easy way to help get your puppy to fall in love with being in and around the crate. Now guys, I want to show you my favorite harness for dogs and puppies. You can click the link right here. We'll jump over there and talk about that together. And if you want to see some of my favorite dog products, especially for puppies, you can click the link right here. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.